Alright guys, today we are out working on the SV650 again. I was out here yesterday and made some modifications to the fender. I've got the back panels just about ready to put on there, so I needed to get the fender cleaned up a little bit. I cut it down a little bit. I made these little tabs for turn signals, so I've got some lights slash bolts that will light this up, then I'm going to wire in, and then I got some little mini LED turn signals that'll I'll drill some holes and just put them right in there. But today we are going to work on putting this GSXR rear wheel on here. So the first thing we're going to do is put it up on our rear stand, and we'll loosen the chain and see if we can get that back wheel out of there. Okay, so I'm going to kind of stumble my way through this. I've got a pretty good understanding of how everything needs to work. So I'm going to try and take you guys along for a ride with me. After I post this video, I will look forward to any feedback anybody might have that can help other people in the future. If I run into any issues, I'll make sure and keep you guys posted on those as we go along as well. So we're going to pull this cotter pin, we're going to loosen that up. We're going to back these off here so we can loosen up the chain. I'm going to jump the chain off the wheel. We're going to back that nut all the rest of the way off. And at that point, this axle should come out. I've got a new brake bracket that had to be machined by TWF Racing, some wheel spacers, and a new brake bracket that will make the GSXR wheel fit. So we're going to take the brake caliper off the bracket, bolt the caliper back onto the new bracket. I've got the spacers already put in the wheel. I'll show you guys that, and then it should just slide right in. It should be pretty simple. So hopefully everything goes according to plan. We don't have too many issues. I've also got a 14-tooth front sprocket. So we're going to take this off while we're messing with all that and see if we can get that on there today as well. Word on the street is that when you put GSXR rear wheel on these, you need to go up one tooth in the back for your sprocket. And that will keep your gearing roughly the same. I was looking at getting a little bit smaller front sprocket anyway. That'll help give me a little less top end, but it'll help me accelerate a little faster. Just something I was wanting to try out, see if I like it, and if not, then I can go back to this 15, which is stock. But let's get going. Okay, so we have the front sprocket off here. We removed the sprocket cover. The clutch control mechanism here was in the way of getting to the socket, to the nut that was on that, so I needed to take it off. So it's off. Got the nut off. I got the old sprocket off, which is over here. The old sprocket, new sprocket. So we got a 15 tooth, we got a 14 tooth. Both of them 525 chain. And that one slide right on there, and give me a little bit faster acceleration. Make the front end a little bit lighter too. Get ready to put this new front sprocket on. I thought I would show you guys what it is here. Here's the part number. That says 520, but I checked multiple times. This one is the 525 chain sprocket. It's a 14 tooth. Okay, so here we can see the two wheels next to each other. So this is the stock SV650. This is from an 07 GSXR 750, same year as my SV. Tire size for SV is 160, and tire size for the GSXR is 180. They're both 17-inch wheels. This one is 4.5 wide wheel. This one is 5.5 wide. I have read that the GSXR wheel is lighter than this one, despite the extra size. I've got a few, I don't know, extra bits cut off to reduce weight. It's, you know, it's they say like a pound or something. It's not a huge amount, but when you have rotating mass there, especially unsprung, it's going to help quite a bit. So it's a little bit lighter. The 180 versus the 160 tire size will give me a little bit better tire selection. Not everybody makes super great tires for 160, but 180 55/17 is pretty standard size for super sports and really high bikes, so they make a lot of really good tires for that size. This one came on this wheel. It was, I'm gonna say $100. I think I paid for the wheel, tire, and sprocket carrier assembly. Picked it up from a guy from Craigslist. Here is the sprocket carrier. I had to send it off to get machined by TWF, as well as the rear brake bracket. He took, I believe, 3 millimeters off of the inside face here. So the sprocket sits a little bit farther in and will line up with the front sprocket a little better. He also sent spacers so that the axle will work. There's one here that he presses in to this before he ships it. That is spacer number 2. And then spacer number 3 is right there. And those all work in conjunction to line up the axle with this wheel and keep everything in alignment so it centers it and the chain lines up. So let's see if we can get this bad boy on here. We'll go from there. All right. So, the axle going through the alignment spacer, going through the swing arm, going through the machined brake bracket, going through the machined spacer, going through the wheel. Stock GSXR rear brake, by the way, it's the same size as the SV on this model. My bike is an 07, and this is an 07 GSXR rear wheel. So same size brake disc, so I just used the one from the GSXR, just left it on there. Spacer, wheel, spacer that you can't see, machined sprocket carrier, spacer, swing arm, alignment, check. It is in place. It looks fucking killer. Here's to work properly. I cleaned the axle and put a little bit of grease on it so it would slide through there and stay well lubricated as well. Found a couple of different places. Somebody said you need to do that. Somebody said, it's not that big a deal. I went ahead and did it. It's on there. Let me get this chain on there. I'll get the front sprocket on. My clutch adjuster on. This should be another project in the books. One more step towards riding. So we got this all lined up. I'll put on there. Chain adjusted. I still need to cinch down that nut there. But I'll do that in just a second. Got the shift mechanism put back on. Got the new sprocket. Rear wheel looks killer. Should give me all kinds of benefits. It was a pretty cheap mod. The like I said, the tire. I think I paid $150 for the wheel and tire and sprocket carrier, and then the machining was like I think 160 with shipping. So $300. I get a better back wheel and tire. It's not bad. Not a bad trade. I mean, there are some tires alone that cost more than $300, so it's not a bad way to upgrade a good standard bike. We'll continue to work on it as time allows. Like I said, I've got the rear cowling that is painted and about ready to put on. I'm just waiting for the lights to get in so I can drill the holes in the underbody and wire them in. And I'll put it on permanently. Front section is off, primed, get ready for paint. When I have another day, I will do that. I'm gonna finish adjusting this. I'm gonna cinch that down, and I'm gonna be pretty happy with my outcome, I think. I will make a note as well. I'm sure some of you guys see during these shots. My chain is absolutely hideous. It's sandy, it's grody. This chain has about 10 miles on it. I don't have a garage. As you can see, I'm just parked in my apartment complex parking lot here. I've got a cover that goes over it and it cinches down around the bottom, which is great to keep rain off of it. But the lawn guys come through here, do the lawn and get their leaf blowers and blow around here. and it puffs up that thing like a parachute and blows sand all over it. It's everywhere. It's a freaking mess. I will go through a thorough cleaning once I get ready to get it on the road and find a better solution for keeping it from getting nasty. But in the meantime, she'll be dirty and broken. We'll keep working on her, and we'll catch up with you guys soon.